Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Meanwhile...
Sir, now that you've got your check, do you plan on quitting your job driving this truck?
Truck driver? I ain't no truck driver. I'm a janitor.
Janitor?
That's right, baby. I just bought this truck straight cash. And I got enough cigarettes to last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, biatch!
Welcome back to the Dap It Up podcast, the place for geeks of all creeds. I'm Dray the Spectre.
You already know who it is. It's Gunnm.
And I'm Beat.
All right, we got a full show this week. We need to discuss the latest gaming news, and at some point down the line, we'll do some more trivia. Pretty standard show. But before we get to that, Gunnm, what's up with you?
Well, it's been a pretty sad week. The Warriors are out the playoffs. They've been eliminated. And, of course, by the Lakers. But I will begrudgingly cheer on the Lakers as they play the Nuggets. I'd rather them win than the Nuggets, so at least in the West. So there's that. So literally just before we started filming, my chair for my computer came, so happy about that.
Congratulations.
Let's see. I'm planning to do a lot of tinkering with this computer. I'm actually considering getting just a whole new case in general, because this case is ass that I have. I can't really explain it either other way. So got me a nice little portable toolkit because I'm sure I'm going to be using it a lot. Got me some wire snippers and zip ties to do this cable management proper.
Oh, have fun with that.
Yeah, so
Toolkit, you say? Does it look like this one?
oh snap! I fits it, brothers. Okay, all right.
Can I just
Yeah,
say,
boy.
as the godfather of prop comedy, I'm so proud of y'all. That was so timely. I appreciate it.
Let's see what else is going on. I did start watching the new Gunnm. I did start.
There's a new Gundam?
Yeah, the witch that came from Mercury.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I think I heard of that.
So yeah, I started watching that. It's pretty good. So I've been liking that. I've been enjoying that. As you know, I love me some giant robots. So. Other than that, not really. Not really much. Just Tears of the Kingdom, Overwatch, usual work.
And I'm sure you have a lot to say about both of those things later on. But Beat, what's up with you?
And what isn't up with me? I'm just still settling into this new director position. Just keeps me ever vigilant and ever busy. I never knew how difficult it was to manage people, especially when you don't have supervisors to work under you. It's hard, especially when we got like 30 people we responsible for. Like, I need somebody to take these calls in the middle of the night, 'cause I'm tired of getting them. But I'll I'm building up my resiliency, building up my system so that I'd have less that I need to actively deal with at any given moment. But it all takes time.
Management's hard.
I played some Tears of the Kingdom. You could expect a short pretty soon about how good that went for me. And then I've been enjoying getting to play Jedi Survivor with it acting right. But I checked my girl out. It was her birthday today. We went and saw Guardians 3, and I feel like Dray undersold how good it was. Like, that movie is, and I'm already a stan when it comes to Guardians. I've liked all of the ones that came out so far, but I would say this is the best Guardians movie even. Like this
I
is
wanted to let you
definitely
see it for yourself.
definitely in my top 3 Marvel movies of all
You
time.
guys making me want to see it. So
It is
we love
worth every
Guardians.
penny. It is great. But yeah, that's about it for me. What about you, Dre?
Well, started a secondary channel. Well, I guess it'd be secondary for me. Dray the Spectre, using my gaming handle. I haven't posted anything yet, but I plan on doing a Dre's journal, so to speak, on Tears of the Kingdom that should be out next week. I just didn't want to rush it to market. That's the type of game you got to sink your teeth into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a couple unboxings planned for the upcoming weeks. In June alone, I have the collector's edition for Street Fighter and Final Fantasy coming. Those are confirmed, on the way, everything. So, yeah, something to look forward to. Other than that, I'm getting a new puppy. I mean,
Woo!
that's news.
Barrett?
I didn't know that.
Barrett's
Nah, not
coming?
Barrett. I'm naming this one Furio.
Furious.
That's the dude on Sopranos that was trying to bang Tony's wife. So I'm naming him Furio. Ever since I heard that name, I was like, oh, that's a dope name. But yeah, male Corso. Other than that, y'all, I'm just staying on the grind, content creation, personal training, and enjoying this weather.
Oh, it's been nice, hasn't it? Every day it's just been nice. I had my drop top down every single day this week.
Today was a little mid, but it's better than what we've been getting for sure. For sure. The worst summer day is better than the best winter day. So, y'all, let's get into the games coming out this week. So, I didn't want to warn you because I want you to pay attention. I was gonna surprise you with this, but Beat had a really good idea last week, where I'm just gonna throw in a fake game, a completely just fabricated title into the out this week section. So listen to each of these, and then just tell me at the end which one is the fake one. But wait till the end. All right. Oh, May 16th, we got Atlas Fallen, Humanity, 10 Hearts, like Tin, not Ten.
10 Hearts.
Trinity Trigger, Zool Redimensioned. On May 17th, we've got Starship Troopers Extermination. On May 18th, we've got I Am Future, The Outlast Trials, Veiled Experts. And on May 19th, we've got Lego 2K Drive and Chikara Story of Swords.
Gollum, I heard that whole list, and I have not one iota of a clue which one of those isn't real, because there's like 5 of them. I'm like, what is that?
I've heard of some of these titles, but the others,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like, I ain't got no idea. I'm gonna say the Lego game, the Lego 2K Drive or whatever, is the fake one.
Yeah,
that's my guess, because I've not heard nothing about it.
There's nothing at stake here either.
No, it's all you can lose anything. Just make a guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard of 10 Hearts.
Yeah, I feel like I have
that whatever that Veiled game you said.
The Veiled game. You're probably right, actually.
No, Veiled Experts is real.
Oh damn!
It was Chikara Story.
It was Chikara
Story. God damn it!
That was the fake one. The very last one was the fake one.
Well, Lego, you need to publicize your games a little bit better, because I ain't even hear nothing about it.
Hey, man, you just looking in the wrong places, man. You could have found Chikara Story of Swords. Do a deep enough YouTube dive.
I'll have to.
All right, let's jump into the news, y'all. First story. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sonic Frontiers is the best-selling Sonic game ever. A little late on this one, but I didn't know what to expect from that game, but as you recall, I was cautiously optimistic. I think this goes a long way to show the power of an established property, because people were like, "Oh, don't release up against God of War," and look what came of it. You know, I mean, good for them, because I'm a lifelong Sonic fan, but I would be lying if I didn't say it's been a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's an understatement there. That's for sure.
Yeah. I haven't even played it yet.
I haven't touched it either. I mean, I've heard relatively good things for the most part from most people that have played it. Sonic fans for the most part like it. Like casual fans of Sonic games are kind of like, you know, I don't want to say iffy, but you know, it's like back and forth. Like someone will say it's good, and then someone else will say nah, not really. But it's I feel like for the most part, like as far as a Sonic game, like they're going in the right direction, at least as far as like what they were trying to do with it. They just I feel like they just need to flesh it out more and probably give it more time. Because it feels like they were trying to go for like truly like, I hate to say it, as like a Breath of the Wild like moment for the Sonic franchise. But you know how Sega is. They don't give their properties enough time. Like they don't, like whether or not, like they just push whatever it is out the door. So
I'm hesitant to make the same assertion simply because I haven't played the game.
Yeah,
I haven't played the game either, but Sega has mismanaged a lot of the titles that they still own, like forever. I don't know what it is about Sega's management. I don't know what their problem. Them and Konami is kind of in the same boat because they don't even really make games anymore. They just make
I feel like
they make pachinko machines.
I feel like as far as like what they've been doing though lately, like they've been managing their
They've been doing a lot better
releases
recently.
much better than even Sega has.
Yeah.
Personally, that's how I feel. Like Sega, I don't know. Sega has a really, really archaic way of just managing.
Like y'all can't even pat them on the back for the achievement. Like look at the headline of the story.
Well, good for them.
Yo, just
I'll
like,
pat them on the back.
But I am happy for Sonic. I am happy.
I mean, I'll pat them. I'll clap for Sega. I love Sega. I had a Sega. Genesis. I love Sega.
I'm happy for Sonic.
I'm on their team.
I'm happy for Sonic team, but I don't know, man. Sega gets on my nerves.
Sega be pissing me off. That's the only issue.
Well, like I can give props where it's due. You know, I have yet to play it, so I mean, down the line, maybe y'all can look forward to my personal impressions. I've heard mostly positive things. Like, don't get me wrong, I've heard plenty of, well, you know, but like from everyone I've spoken to, everything I've seen, this is the best Sonic game in a long time. So, I mean, I err on the side of agreeing with you in terms of maybe this is the right direction and they should lean in a little harder. But, you know, I feel like I need to try it. I'm at least more interested than ever in trying it after seeing this. But, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about the mismanagement. So, speaking of mismanagement.
Just as long as it doesn't spill over to Persona 6.
Oh, are we talking about Xbox again? Oh, wait, never mind.
We're not talking about Xbox, no. We're going to get to Xbox. We're actually talking about Gollum.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to check out the Gollum trailer, and I feel like, you know, sometimes you'd be like, well, maybe it was a bad trailer, but this is like the second or third one I've seen, And when I tell you that the graphics, the gameplay, the art direction, the voice acting, every aspect of this game just looks trash. Like, it literally looks like shovelware from a mile away. I'm like, who approved this? Why are y'all... After we had Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, you know, we had two arguably pretty great Middle-earth setting games. How are you going to come out with Wish Gollum? Gollum already ugly. Somehow y'all made even an ugly nigga look like Wish.com. I feel like the Tolkien estate needs to really think more about what they give the green flag to. Because we had that, we had Rings of Power. Like, between these two things, y'all is fucking up. Like,
I mean, this is an Amazon developed game, isn't it?
I mean, how successful have Amazon developed games been recently? You tell me.
We ain't gonna go there.
Let's not talk about the last 7 or 8 games they made that are already shut down.
Man, I'm gonna paint a picture for you. A while back, you know, I catch wind that there's going to be a new Lord of the Rings game in the wake of, like you said, Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, which I'd say are probably some of the best Lord of the Rings games there are. Mm-hmm. And then you find out it's going to be all about Gollum. But not only that, you play as Gollum. Can you imagine the look on my face? I'm like, okay, does this work? Is it a stealth game? I'm like, I know you ain't about to be like fighting Uruks or nothing as Gollum. But who in their right mind thought of this? Who said, you know what? We're going to take the iconic character, Smeagol, and you're going to play as him. We're going to make you play as this ugly little sneaky gremlin biting fingers off of hobbits. I don't get it, man. Who asked for this? I was willing to give it a shot, too, until I seen it, just like you said. And I was like, bruh, really? This what we doing? This is what you decided to do with this beloved property. I don't know. What about you, Gunnm? You seen anything on it?
I mean, this is the same Lord of the Rings game that they announced was going to come out, like, when the PS5 came out, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think so.
It's already been delayed substantially.
So you're telling me this game doesn't look any better than that last trailer?
No, it looks absolutely horrendous. Wish Gollum is not just a joke. It's literally what this nigga's life looks like. He looks like he's got half-eaten Snickers bars laying up under his seat, melting into the fabric. Like, this man is wrong. They did him that. How you gonna do Gollum dirty? That doesn't even make any sense. He's already as low as you can get. They took him lower somehow.
That's a good point. Should it be difficult to capture the essence of a really banged up character?
It's like they had Gollum and Shadow of War anyway. I'm like, how
looking better?
Like,
looking way better. Like, he look better in that game.
How do you make a beat? How do you make a beat looking ass nigga look for beat?
He's like, they had to re-engineer the formula for this nigga.
Oh my god. Man, that's funny. But
well, look, y'all. Go ahead.
I mean, I was minimally interested. Now it's just this much. I'm this much interested. But
hey, man.
But hey,
it's your money. You can throw it into a fire if you want to. I don't care what happens to it.
Hey, we always gonna be honest. We always gonna be honest, but something I believe you guys will receive more positively is Mortal Kombat 1, which was announced today.
Oh, man, that trailer.
That's more for y'all.
Oh, you know the Mortal Kombat?
Oh, he's squeamish.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
So, what are your thoughts, Pete?
For one, I've played on every Mortal Kombat game damn near ever. There's a couple I missed that were on off systems or in cabinets, but all the way back to like number 1 and 2, I've played every single one. And I like the fact that they took the reboot, like the previous reboot, like 11 and 12 and all that, and they've like continued the storyline with Liu Kang taking over the place of Raiden and him creating a new world. Like, I like to see that, just how a lot of games like to keep their characters the same, nothing really changes, especially fighting games, but to see Liu Kang progress and develop into what he was always meant to be, like the chosen one. I love
And
that
not
aspect.
zombie Liu Kang.
I was so mad about Deception and what they did to Liu Kang. I'm like, y'all did him horrendously dirty just for the shock factor. It's not about it. But I like the direction they're going in. I hope that it does end up being a great game. Hopefully we'll see some gameplay footage soon. But there's only so much you can say about a trailer.
True. Yeah, I'm excited about the direction they're taking. I do enjoy that. Okay, let's continue, let's progress, let's develop these characters, as opposed to let's just maintain the status quo. Because Tekken is kind of weird with that, where they're so inconsistent. They add characters and these big story beats happen. Certain characters die at certain junctures, but I don't think anything huge has really happened. Well, Heihachi's death, right? But before that, I wouldn't have said anything major truly happened story-wise since Tekken 3, where they were killing off the cast.
Yeah.
I know there's Jin Kazama's whole story arc, but this ain't about Tekken. We talking about Mortal Kombat. I like what they're doing, and I'd love to see more. Mortal Kombat, it used to be my favorite fighting game. It's kind of taken the tertiary seat to Street Fighter and Tekken, but
I think Mortal Kombat is probably looking at the other fighting games and where they're going with them. And that's my cat's food dispenser. And I think that they're watching and learning, because then everybody else is coming up. Street Fighter has changed substantially from where it's been. Like, I can tell that this next one is going to be the evolution. And I can see Tekken is kind of doing the same thing, where they're just taking it to the next level. So I'm excited to see what Mortal Kombat, because NetherRealm is a great studio. All their games they've put out have been phenomenal. Injustice 2, all those Mortal Kombat games. So I want them to take all the lessons they learned from all those games and put it into Mortal Kombat 1. Because if they do that, then we won't be saying, Mortal Kombat is a tertiary game. Mortal Kombat used to be the king. Mortal Kombat was the king of fighting games for a little bit.
To this day, I think it's amazing.
With Street Fighter, they were on the same level. Right. So I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it return.
And that's just me personally, but maybe this next one will do something to shift that. Maybe Street Fighter will take the tier below. I don't know if it'll beat Tekken, but we'll see, and we'll talk about it. By the way, that food dispenser had you on a swivel, didn't it? Like, you thought somebody was knocking down your door?
I was like, I'm hitting the laser. That sounded like laser to me. I'm about to hit the deck real quick. The ops is coming.
He got that middle-aged dad head turn, don't he?
Well, I've been talking kind of reckless about Jeff Keighley for a minute. I thought he might have finally sent them hitters after me.
The eyes, the parent eyes, where they hear something in the background and they pause it and go like, "What y'all doing?" But okay, man, Gunnm, I'm about to let you go off.
Ow.
Let's see. Look, rev them up, gas them up. Let's go.
The Overwatch 2 roadmap.
Oh no.
Well,
tell us what you think, man.
Oh no.
Well, let's see. So instead of giving us the PvE, so this was something promised even before me, and I wasn't even aware of until, well, shit, maybe like season 2, 3, it was brought up. Because like the dev team were very systematic about how often they mentioned it. Very systematic about how often they mentioned it. So basically, PvE got canceled. It's canned, and it's been canned for a long time. So a year and a half ago, they decided to can it, and the reason for that was, well, they didn't have the manpower. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the industry are aware of the name Bobby Kotick. He's a greedy bitch, and he likes to run people dry with as little as possible. So he basically told this dev team of one game, like, hey, do this thing while you're while running this live service game at the same time. So basically, he told them to develop 2 games at the same time with one team. So obviously, that wasn't going to work. And I do feel bad, at least a little bit, for the dev team. But I feel like they could have been a little bit more transparent and been more transparent about what was going on like earlier. Like, they shouldn't have waited 4 seasons in to like tell people like, hey, we're cutting out the PvE. We're not doing this shit no more. It's too much. We didn't have the manpower to truly do it like up to our like original vision. So we're gonna basically like retcon it and take what we have and just do like these little like silly little events like the, what did you mention there? The Junkin shit.
You don't want that Junkenstein's Revenge?
Yeah, that Junkenstein's Revenge shit.
Junkenstein's Revenge Part 4?
Oh my
Part
god, nigga.
I,
See, this is why when everybody was in the Overwatch 2 mode, I was just seeing where all the pieces were at. I'm like, let's see, it's launching without the PvE, they promised. It's launching late, because it was supposed to come out forever ago before it even came out. You know, the cosmetics, I like the fact that you can see and buy what you want now, but the cosmetics are expensive as hell. Like, it's just, I'm not, after Diablo Immortal and that absolute travesty of a game, like that game is a crime against humanity as far as I'm concerned. Anything with that much blatant, just disgusting monetization turns me all the way off. But it's just Blizzard, I don't know what they're doing. Management is just a mess. I can't wait till this deal with Xbox goes through, and I hope with all the righteousness in the world, Phil Spencer comes through with that sickle and just cuts out all the chaff, just gets all of them out of there. Because Blizzard has so many beloved IPs. They used to have a sterling reputation. You know, they used to have one of the most passionate fan bases in the world. And ever since Blizzard and Activision merged, it has only been downhill from there. Activision leadership, I 100% stick the blame with them. Bobby Kotick, 100% stick the blame with him. All leadership comes from the top. Any issues you have with any of the subordinate studios, that all falls on his head. And Bobby Kotick's proved time and time again, the only thing he cares about are 2 things: shareholders and investors. And that's it. There's nothing else matters to him. The only thing he cares about is the almighty dollar. He doesn't care how he has to get it.
Yeah, he's a greedy bastard. Yeah.
No, he's just greedy. He's straight greedy. I remember I was reading, because I actually I'm not a fan of Bobby Kotick at all. I haven't been a fan of his since I was 14 years old and I found out who the man was and what his philosophy was. I remember reading an article where he was talking about, I remember being Luke Skywalker associated with Luke Skywalker being a hero and all this, but everybody looks at me now like I'm Darth Vader. It's like, cause you are, nigga, you are lost. It's like, yeah, you are here. Everybody die and be a hero and live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And with all the sexual assault allegations and scandals, like you telling me you as top didn't know? That's preposterous.
What better way to lead into the latest acquisition news?
Yep. So, in the turn of events that even surprised the CMA in the UK, the EU, surprise, surprise, they approved the deal. They see no issues with the deal, like as it stands, considering all the concessions they made.
You might get to see that sickle come through pretty soon, Beat.
I hope so. I'm praying. Phil Spencer, eliminate half these people.
Oh yeah, because in the UK didn't seem too happy about it. So it definitely kind of like reinforces like what I was saying some weeks ago, that this might be just like a political game here that they're trying to play with Microsoft. Like they're trying to get something.
It feels like it. It feels
they're trying to get something.
They're trying to get something out of them. And that's the way this thing has always felt. For one, you consider the fact that Sony, a Japanese company, is meddling in the affairs of an American company. And there's other aspects outside of pure financial, because at the end of the day, they talk about monopolies, and like there's a million monopolies that nobody gives a shit about, and nobody even pretends to care about.
But
why is this now a sticking point?
They're talking about a monopoly in an industry that basically doesn't even exist yet. Cloud gaming.
Fledgling industry.
Fledgling industry that turns probably not that much profit. Honestly,
that doesn't yet. So I don't see why we're like making a big deal about it. Of course, like the big Silicon Valley corporations out there, they're gonna be the ones at the probably at the forefront of innovation as far as like getting this cloud gaming stuff going. So what is the big deal with them like having maybe a slight foot ahead in this industry, like the start? In an industry that doesn't even really generate profit.
Literally, as you said, there's no profit in it yet. Cloud gaming services are kind of going to have to be tied into other things for now. There's no, for one, until we get to the point where we're like terabyte up, terabyte down, the latency is going to be too high for it to be optimal.
Honestly,
it just isn't going to be the best way to play games until the infrastructure catches up to where the vision for cloud is.
Honestly, unless we find like some sort of, unless we find some sort of cable or some sort of system to where like we can get internet speeds even higher, like on average than they are now, it's like something even faster than fiber optic cable, which most of our broadband networks like use now, which took billions to like
to get up to that level.
To get up to that level in most areas, especially here. It's gonna be a while before
it's gonna be a while.
We can get to
reach a point of accessibility.
Yeah, where everybody can just do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, let's get everybody on 5G first before we start worrying about what cloud gaming is going to be in 30 years, because that's about when I'd expect it to actually be viable.
Well, look, man, I mentioned earlier, competition is a good thing.
I agree. It'll push everybody.
Yeah.
There are so many people, like, apparently, like, just against this deal going through, and it's like,
what?
Why?
For what? Like, Amazon has cloud servers. I mean, they are a massive $1 trillion company. I don't see what they have competition. Yeah. Amazon's their competition. Amazon is just
I'm talking specifically like Sony ponies.
Oh, Sony ponies.
Like
if you are a jock rider for a $1 billion corporation that would not care if you died in the street tomorrow, you need to get your life priorities sorted out.
But they make Spider-Man.
Okay, and how much do I get paid every time I watch a Spider-Man movie?
I don't know. You're not streaming enough.
Probably not.
You're not posting enough reviews, bro.
No,
I hear the Spider-Man industry is booming right now.
I might need to catch up on it. I have to check that out.
Yeah, but we'll keep the people updated as things unfold. We don't really like talking
So,
about the acquisition because it's like
when
we wait
big,
until things happen. Things
yeah,
move
when big
forward.
updates like this, it's hard to just ignore it. So it's gonna
True,
be really interesting to see what the FTC decides here, considering UK decided to block it, but the EU approved it. I would like to think that I mean the UK is in a weird situation now with Brexit and all that.
Yeah.
So
They're trying to isolate. Really, they're trying to cut
which
other countries off.
they're trying to isolate, but not really at the same time. It's just stupid as fuck.
They're
But
trying to have it both ways.
but regardless, if I were to if I were to back up either regulatory body, I'd probably side with the EU's decision. But you know, Microsoft has a long history with the FTC, so we'll see.
Well, consider the fact that the UK has gone through like 6 prime ministers in like less years than 6. Like, as far as politics and policy and all that, Lord knows where they're gonna be tomorrow. Like they could approve it next year. They could change their minds. It's just I feel like the UK is trying to use what influence it has to shape things how they want it. But they also don't realize that versus the EU, the US, and every other country on the planet, they're insignificant in the grand scheme of things. That it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The regulatory
in an effort to avoid becoming the politics podcast.
Oh, fair enough. I apologize. I went a little too deep with it.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Very strong, solid takes. Let's get to what you're playing, which also happens to be the topic of the week. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, look at that! I just so happened to play that too.
Yeah, right. What a coincidence. You playing that? Dang, bro. How far you get?
Not too far. I mean, I'm not in the tutorial area, that's for sure.
Was that a dig?
So I'm trying to say
I'm not either.
I'm trying not to say too much. I'm on my way to the castle, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at the end of the game. No.
Oh,
After leaving the tutorial area. You know,
I thought you already had it beat. Shit.
This early?
I mean, no, I don't know, man. Some people be no life, and I'm sure there are people who beat it already.
But this weekend,
if you are that far in this game and you don't play games for a living, I'm worried about you.
I'm gonna let Michael Jordan take it away, and that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, I'm a
Stop
yeah.
It's about.
Yeah, I'm not that far, but this weekend I do plan to no life it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try
to.
So how to describe where I am? Because apparently we going spoiler free, huh? In an effort to get as much usable footage to encapsulate the breadth of this game, I've been kind of taking the schizophrenic route. Like I've been looking at all 4 anomalies. I've been all over the map because
I mean, that's how I play Breath of the Wild. Like I just went for all the fast travel points at first.
Right. Now, the mistake I made, if you can call it that, I went due south, more like southeast, to pursue a certain side quest, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check out the nearest story point to this quest. Come to find out, severely underleveled. Severely. I didn't have access to the accoutrements that would allow me to proceed past this point, so I expanded on that story beat, and then I decided, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just go north. So then I went elsewhere, and I'm starting to kind of see the overall theme. Cause it's weird. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say there's a lot of familiar territory, but things aren't how you remember them.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of I'm in the meaty part of the game where you're just going everywhere, figuring everything out. And man, let me say, I don't know how they managed to catch lightning twice. Granted, I've only scratched the surface of this game, but just the fusion mechanic alone, I'm
Yes,
It's crazy.
Yes, it's great.
you know,
It's
I
like
never would have
something
thought
so
of that.
simple. Like
It's genius,
it's crazy.
really.
hmm
And then you have like
So-
the ability to like meld things together and build your own constructs. Like it's just, man,
Look.
this game is nuts.
I know you are our resident Switch hater.
I hate to Switch with my whole body, my whole
But
soul.
is it not astounding? Bro, the Switch is like trying to run
Bro,
this game,
I'm
bro.
like stick meter when it comes to the Switch. I hate the breaths the Switch takes. I hate the way it powers on. I hate the way the stickers look on
Bro.
the fucking case.
The Switch is
You don't say, because anytime there's more than 5 enemies on the screen, your shit turned into slideshow presentation presented by Nintendo.
But see the physics. I'm like, how are y'all doing this? How are you doing this? I felt like that with the first Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
granted. But Tears of the Kingdom, bro, just the puzzles are so intuitive, to me at least. Like
They are. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
I have an idea right away of,
Mhm.
this is gonna work. I try it and it works. And I'm like, ain't no way that hook just latched onto that surface and made a platform. It did it. It changes the way I look at video games, man. Much like the Breath of the Wild did initially. I wasn't like saying it was the second coming like some people were, but you couldn't deny. Wait, that worked. That feeling, man. I have not felt that feeling in the same way since Breath of the Wild, and this game did it again. You know, very rarely do I think of a solution to a problem and it doesn't work. Most of the time, it just takes a little bit of tweaking, but great game, bro. I'm excited to play more of it. Any other notes?
I have a note. The note is that I know that Nintendo's controller scheme and layout has been the same since forever, but unfortunately they need to change that shit, because when you have the same exact buttons as the Xbox but they on a tilt, it makes it so hard to switch from one platform to the other. It just makes it damn near impossible.
It sounds to me like
sounds
you're
like
just
a
admitting
personal problem.
a handicap. Yeah,
I mean, I guess. Shit.
He blaming it on
Switch
Nintendo.
No, he's blaming it on
bro.
Nintendo.
Why is it? They got the same controller. It looks the exact same, but the buttons are all rotated. I'm like, bro, I'm too old for this. I
They
can't
made the
be
buttons
relearning the controller every time I pick it up.
They
You'll
did-
see what I'm talking about
was
though when you
watching-
post that clip.
Man,
I've
Sony
seen-
and Xbox are sons of Nintendo. They made them controllers that they fucking
Bruh.
now, nigga.
I seen Beat
Like my payday
playing.
respect.
I've
Oh
seen
my
Beat
God.
playing Tears of the Kingdom. You remember that scene in the new Guardians of the Galaxy? Hurry up and go see it. Where Mantis was trying to describe Drax, and she was like, I want to hear nothing about you being upset about the controller. That's a you problem.
I guess so. I guess I'm just going to live with it. Shit.
Oh man. So, I mean, sounds like we're all high on Zelda right now. I'm sure we'll have more to say about it in the coming weeks, but y'all trying to get to a bonus round?
Let's do it.
Okay, we're doing more trivia this time, but we're gonna match the quote. We did this a while back. Quotes from various media, video games, movies, anime, what have you. All you have to do, A, B, C, D. Who said it? Did we establish stakes this time around? Like,
I don't
what was
think we
there a
did.
punishment? Well, because I said whoever had the most points out of you, Beat, and Gunnm between episodes 16 and 20 would get to decide something. Is it our game club game? I think that's
The
what it
game
was.
club game, yeah, it was game
Yeah,
club
we gotta
game.
keep better track of that.
Which never got finished on some ends. I remember the first one was Undertale. Tell me how many of y'all beat it.
I got halfway through.
I got far. I got far.
That's not what I asked. I asked who beat it. Yeah, I'm talking about I got far.
Yeah.
How
I
far
ain't
is
beat it.
far? Yeah, exactly.
I'm like 2/3 of the way through it, but
I'm
for
telling you,
sure.
if you ain't beat it by October, I'm coming for you.
Hey, that's a long time. I got.
It is a
I
long.
ain't worried.
Okay, look,
I ain't stressing.
you might want to clip this.
Well, you know, man, it ain't nothing for me to just sit down and play it. I just
Of
haven't
course.
had the motivation, but
Uh-huh.
these are real stakes here. Okay,
Okay.
this ain't something because we have time to plan for this. So,
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact, if you can determine your game by next week, then we'll know in advance, and we'll all have time to prepare. So whoever wins, that's the game we play.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. And we'll circle back. We'll get Undertale done at some point. Some point next year, you know.
It's next.
But all right, quote number one.
Okay.
Quote number one. A bit of advice. Try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters. Was that Sarah from Dragon Age Inquisition? Fee from Trails of Cold Steel? Leon from Resident Evil, or Emil from Halo Reach?
Leon.
I'm gonna go Leon.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You both got it right.
Well, I
Okay,
knew it
okay.
was Leon because
Mm-hmm.
that's
You
exactly
died
where I'm
100
at.
times.
That's exactly where I'm at.
I heard that line a couple more times than I probably should have.
Yeah, you're like, I know that one like the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's another one. You need to be me since you are me. Chie Satanaka from Persona 4 Golden, the animation. Aegis from Persona 3, the animation. Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Naruto from Naruto.
Mm.
You need to be me since you are me.
I'm torn between
Chie?
two. I'm gonna go with Chie. It's Chie or Aegis. I can't decide which one. I haven't played 3, but it sounds like something. Aegis was. I'm gonna go with Aegis.
Aegis. What about you, Gunnm?
Chie.
Y'all stupid. It was Naruto.
It was Naruto. Who was he saying
I
it
did that
to?
on purpose. See, I put 2 Persona games in there.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to throw you off. He was fighting himself.
And when did this happen?
There was like a shadow version of Naruto.
Oh,
This
it
was
was
like during
when
Shippuden, I believe, though.
yeah, it's when he was at the waterfall. He had to face himself. I watched that not too long ago
Oh,
too. I
yeah.
can't believe I got it.
Yeah.
And part of me was screaming, "Bro, that's Naruto!" But I was like, "There's 2 Persona games." Now.
You should have listened to yourself.
I
You
should listen to
trusted-
myself.
But
I
see,
should've
that's
trusted
why
myself.
that was my psychology. I was like, they gonna notice it's 2 Persona games and not choose Persona, but
Mm-hmm.
it worked out the other way. Okay, here's another one. We all have secrets. The ones we keep and the ones kept from us. Peter Parker from various Spider-Man movies. Geralt from various interpretations of The Witcher. Bruce Wayne from something Batman related. Or Michonne from Walking Dead.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne? Yeah. It sounds like a Batman thing.
That sounds like a Batman quote to me.
Y'all are trash.
Oh, apparently, who
It's
was it?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker said that? Oh, well.
Yeah, that was from The Amazing Spider-Man.
I did not remember it.
I believe it's from a trailer. I don't know if he said it in the film, but it's a pretty well-known line. God dang, I didn't even have a tiebreaker. Look at that. Okay, so
We just tied at 1.
Guess so.
tied at 1. Yeah, we tied at 1. So I'm gonna give y'all both a point for that one. So that means Beat, you're at 2. Gunnm, you're at 1.
Okay.
Congratulations on getting on the board, Gollum.
Wow.
Yeah, for once, right?
Yeah.
You know, I had to take it easy on my boy. You know, I couldn't let him have it too hard.
Yeah. Hey, how benevolent. The benevolent beat today.
Yeah, beneficent, I do it all.
Uh-huh. But that's a wrap. Where y'all at?
Well, twitch.tv/Gunnm21. Let's see, youtube.com/Gunnm921. Content coming possibly this weekend after I fix up the computer and shit. Let's see, Gunnm.tumblr.com. And forgot the last one. There's 4, but it'll be in the description. You'll see it.
It'd be there somewhere. Y'all find it. Beat.
You can find me at TheBeneficentBeet on Twitch, and that's really it right now. But I will be releasing what I'm going to call a beatdown meltdown. This will be my first official video on my channel. It'll probably be out by Sunday. I don't really like dealing in probablys, but my schedule's hectic. And I'll most likely be just ranting about, well, I enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's great. The performance is just abysmal. It's truly abysmal. And I'm tired of seeing great games held back by performance and technical issues.
See, this is the problem.
We will talk more about
PC.
that next week.
This
too.
is the problem with PC Master Race people.
It is.
Too spoiled.
I can't settle for anything less than perfect.
Can't settle for
That's
anything
funny.
less than 60 frames per second.
No, I can't live like that. I don't have peasant vision. I can't see in 26 frames. I just can't do it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let me just add that one to the list of reasons to get back at you later. Yeah. But okay.
But all right, Dray.
You can find me at we gonna get them. It's all good. You can find me at Goals in Fitness on YouTube. I just started a new channel. It's probably unsearchable. It's just Dray the Spectre. And thusly, you can find me at Dray the Spectre on pretty much everything else. TikTok, Instagram, Craigslist.
All right.
Craigslist? What are you selling? You selling yourself on Craigslist?
Who knows? But
Gigolo.
that's it. That was the Dap It Up
Peace.
podcast.
Peace.
We out.
Yep. Gonna go watch this playoffs. Fuck the Denver
Enjoy.
Nuggets. Fuck the Denver Nuggets. Fuck this Serbian nigga. We got this shit. Let's go Lakers.